when I get on social media and I tell my stories like this, like the one I just told, right? I tell my stories like this all of the time. Lately, I've been more extremely transparent about my life as far as my son. Usually, like majority of my life, I'm pretty much the type of person that likes to keep majority of that shit to myself. And I'm one of those content creators where I'm good at telling you selective shit to the point to where you think you know so much shit about me, right? And that's a talent. You know what I'm saying? Like any content creator will tell you the slickest thing we know how to do, the most phenomenal thing we know how to do is to tell you a little bit of information about us to where you think we telling you everything, right? So there have been times in my life, right? Of course, where I've been a content creator since what 2008. No, I've been on YouTube since 2008. I started content creation long before that, long before a content creator was called a content creator. I was on MySpace, I was on Facebook, popular there. I was a social media personality basically, and my popularity started when I was like 22. So I've been on here for a very long time, right? Very long time. And I started my YouTube channel in 2008. When I first got on social media, right, I was doing like little skits and shit like that, right? Just little funny little skits. And there was this guy that I was dating, right? And he and I had a very interesting long term on and off situation for a long time. But I tell you guys all the time, I'm pretty much friends with everybody that I used to date. I don't have any issue with people that I used to date. Is you had to be really fucked up for me to not want to deal with you and not want to talk to you, because usually when I date someone, me and him are cool after, right? So when he and I broke up for good, we still stayed friends and we ended up like working in like the same building and stuff like that. Like when I was doing like IT work, we would end up working in the same building, and sometimes we would have lunch together and shit like that. We were just really cool, even though we weren't dating anymore. So one day he comes to me after he's seen me doing like YouTube videos and shit. One day he comes to me and he's like, Sansaray, I want to show you this other content creator, and I think you can do videos like him, right? He was like, I love your content or whatever, but you are a really funny person and you love talking about relationships and shit. You got a decent personality. So this is who you remind me of. And I want you to start doing videos like this dude. He shows me the dude. It's Hot Damn I Rock. Now, I don't know if y'all know who Hot Damn I Rock is, but he used to do videos with him and this other guy named Jerry. And him and Jerry used to do like collab together all the time, and they would talk about relationships. And Hot Damn I Rock would give relationship advice. Okay. Sometimes he was just funny as shit, right? So the guy I was dating was saying, yo, you and Hot Damn I Rock act just alike. Why don't you do videos how he does? Now, mind you, I'm a woman. So people were immediately just gonna look at me differently, right? From Hot Damn I Rock. And plus he was like significantly younger than me. Right. I don't even think it's significant. I think he's like, I don't know. I turned 45 June 1st. And he like in his early 30s or something. Anyway, so the dude, my ex, is telling me, you and Hot Damn I Rock act similar. Y'all act just alike, right? So I was like, I don't know. I look at him, I'm like, okay, dude, funny, but I don't know if I could give relationship advice. You know what I mean? I've been doing skits and being funny and, just posting because I like posting. I don't know if I could do shit like him. So I get on, I listen to my ex and I say, okay, because, he just was adamant about it. He just kept asking me and I was like, all right. And I started doing content like Hot Damn I Rock. That's how I got into doing relationship content. And if you look at the old content that I used to do from 2008, a lot of it was funny, because I was like really going from doing funny skits and shit to going into taking relationship advice seriously. After a while, I started giving relationship advice to just men, and that's it. Because majority of my audience was men, because I used to be a model. So because I was modeling it inside of that modeling industry before I started doing funny skits, I was pulling the men from the modeling industry onto my YouTube channel, basically telling them to come watch me over there. So I started giving relationship advice to men. All right. Then Once I started getting a little bit of traction on YouTube, right, I started to see other Black male content creators on the platform, but their content wasn't like hot damn my rocks. It wasn't funny. It wasn't positive content. It was content dragging the fuck out of Black women, right? And I was just like, this is not the content I want to be involved with. I just want to give relationship advice. But because YouTube during that time was like the hub for Black men who didn't like Black women, all of the Black men who hated us were starting to join in with the men I was giving relationship advice to. So next thing you know, I got men who love me in my comment section and men who hate me in my comment section. And they're arguing back and forth with each other. Some of them are starting to agree with each other because they're on like this red pill shit. And I'm sitting here like, oh my fucking God. So next thing you know, I'm starting to have to defend not just the relationship advice I'm giving, but now I have to defend my gender and my race on my YouTube channel. So I'm going, as I'm doing that, I'm doing relationship content. I'm also doing little funny skits here and there. And I'm also defending my gender and my race at the same time. So I'm also doing like philanthropy and entrepreneurship content as well. So I'm putting out all of this different content, but majority of my content, I'm talking about race and relationships. Right. So then 2016 comes and it gets to this boiling point where now it's like hundreds of thousands of men following me because suddenly I've become the poster child of all things that Black men hate about Black women. Right. Because I was not backing down from these niggas. OK, I was like, I think what I think and this is what I think and this is the end. You know what I mean? Like, fuck the bullshit. Right. But what ended up happening was me just deciding to take life coaching and relationship coaching seriously. So I started taking like certification classes. Now, mind you, I had already studied psychology and sociology in college. I mean, that, you know, like some people, I don't know if they do that still to where those are the classes that you have to take in college. I had to take those classes. I didn't have a choice or I wasn't going to graduate from college. So I learned psychology. I learned sociology. I learned theology because I was like, really into theology. And I used to be a minister before I started modeling. Okay. So mind you, I moved to Atlanta to be a gospel singer. I did not come to Atlanta to be a model. I moved to Atlanta to become a gospel singer. Okay. And I got here my first year, I was a recording artist. So I was working with like Def Jam, Convict Music and Grand Hustle. I was just doing a lot of like background singing, writing and stuff for artists and stuff like that. That's what I was doing when I first moved to Atlanta. And then I started doing content creation on YouTube. Okay. So here it is, it's 2016, everything's coming to a boiling point, right? So from then is when I just started trying to take life coaching and relationship coaching a little bit more serious. Now, one of the other channels that I had outside of this channel was called Positive Living. And Positive Living is still up there, but it wasn't like people weren't watching it. And it was just a whole bunch of positive content, like the stuff that I do all of the time. But that was the only thing that was on the channel. So it wasn't any like stuff about relationships or anything about race or any like drama or nothing like that. It was just a channel for a whole bunch of like positive stuff. And it was not getting any views at all. And then I made another channel where I wanted to teach what I learned in the information technology industry. And the men from this channel who had been following me from this channel started trolling that channel and making it seem like I wasn't smart enough to teach computer science or to teach information technology or anything that I was doing. So I was like, okay, I'm not even going to teach graphics design. I'm not even going to do anything like that. I'm just going to stay in my lane on this channel, right? So I tried to rename the channel over and over again because I wanted to keep it like one thing. You know what I mean? Like I wanted it to just be about relationships and that's it. And I was going to stop like talking about the various things because I mean, I literally have posted hundreds and thousands of videos and posts about so many different things on this channel. I even had cooking tutorials on this channel. I used to do a cooking show called Whip Ups on this channel. And that shit, I didn't even, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, I just really, I liked it, but some people did like it, but it just wasn't pulling in enough views. The only thing that was pulling in enough views was the relationship content. And so anyway, I just decided to start taking like relationship advice more serious. And then I got tired of giving relationship advice to men and I started giving it to women. And I started realizing, oh my God, like after the second year that I was doing relationship content for women, I noticed that women was just as much of a problem as men were. And that it was starting to get played to do relationship content because it was starting to get oversaturated to the point to where people stopped looking for people to have degrees and licenses and certifications and things like that, and was just taking advice from them, just anyone, right? So then that genre just became, oh, anybody can give relationship advice, right? So for me, I was like, well, I really, at the end of the day, I've always wanted to be a minister. I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. Life coaching is like a better idea for me. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and get my certification in life coaching. So I started life coaching. And this shit, it's been easy to do that one-on-one, right? One-on-one, I could deal with life coaching, you know, dealing with people one at a time. But what was bothering me was when I would get on social media and people would make it seem like me being a life coach was like this far-fetched thing when I have always been giving advice. Like I've always been posting positive stuff. And the thing about that is a lot of people be like, oh, your content is only about bashing deadbeats and your content is only about bashing men. And I'm like, you clearly have not seen my content. Like this idiot right here. This idiot right here. Most of my content is financial advice and life coaching. So let's go over it. All right. We're going to go over it because some of y'all are ignorant. For years, my content is not about deadbeats and it's not about bashing men. It's just men. Those of you who like, hold on, wait. Those of you who like content that is bashing men, you have to understand that is the content you watch. Most people are not coming to my channel to watch me talk about deadbeats. Most of my subscribers are coming to my channel to watch things that have nothing to do with deadbeats or bashing men. Okay, that's not majority of my content. All right, I don't know why y'all keep telling yourself that, but you get to control the algorithm. You get to control what you see when you're looking at a content creator's content. So say, for instance, if I was making videos about my Bluey cup every day, like say, for instance, every Tuesday, I make Bluey cup videos. Every Wednesday, I made NASCAR videos. Everyone who likes my NASCAR videos on Wednesday would see all of my NASCAR video content. They would not see content about my cup. You know why? Because they don't comment on content about my cup. They don't share it. They don't even look at it for a few minutes because what they are interested in is this. So just because you, sir, are interested in this doesn't mean that's all of my content. That means this is the only shit you're interested in. Want full access to my live stream replays? Then become a channel member and don't miss a minute.